Hey there, folks. So, last episode we ended off with having some weird issues with getting our AI controller and our animation blueprint. I did some digging and I found animation blueprints just don't have access to getting the controller. Not even sure why you can access those nodes in there, but it's beside the point. And I had added an addendum explaining that and just roughly what we were going to be doing. So, this episode, it is not going to be the actual attack portion of things. It's going to be going through and getting this fixed and set up so that it actually works. So, first things first, what we need to do is include a reference, or add the include for our AI controller. So, we're going to grab that. Let's go up here and grab it. Just because it's easier than trying to type it out. And in our get NPC attack state, so we are going to do a cast ATFAI. Is it ATFAI? Yeah. Controller base get controller, and then in here we are going to be calling our function get attack action state. And this is actually what we're going to be returning. Actually, no, we want to add some catch-all in there. So if yeah, we want to add some validation in there. If con, get rid of that, return get attack action state. Okay, so what we've done here, and I'm still trying to figure out why it wouldn't let me do the override, but we have a... Actually, do we even need to put this in this? No. Because it's not going to fail. So actually, we don't even need to have this in the NPC. So I'm going to get rid of this in here. We don't need this. We can just do it purely in the TF character class. I know in the addendum I was a little rushed. So in our TF character we have get NPC attack state. Well, let me just grab that include again. Do we need these in this one? Does that break anything? Yeah, it does. Oh, yes, right there. We're registering for our sight and our hearing, so yeah. Trying to think. Yeah. Anyways, so just to explain, sorry, I'm bouncing all over that. That really threw me off with the fact that an Anim blueprint doesn't have access to your controller. You'd think it would have at least read-only access, but apparently not. So, just to explain what we've done here, we've added to our project character class, in my case TF character, which is just the way what we've done to override and add additional functionality to the original Epic character class, the A character. Yeah, A character class. We've just added things to it, like we've added our save actor interface and stuff like that. We've added this function for get NPC attack state. Now, in there, we have this particular function, which is basically if the controller is a AI controller or a derived class of, well, we know it's got this functionality, we can return that value. If it's not, so like the player character is going to be using a normal controller, we return -1, which is the do nothing state. So let's see if that actually fixes our problem here. So we're going to run a build, and hopefully nothing breaks in this build. I'm a little concerned about that, just because, well, this is a little weird. But yeah, the fact that we can't access the controller from the Anim blueprint is frustrating, but good to know. Sorry, I got my mic too far here. All right, so that works. Let's launch into the editor. And while this loads, like, I know it's going to be a bit of a shorter episode. We're only sort of sitting at 5 minutes. Depending how long this takes, I might start work on the... Oh, brain's not working. Actual attack process, sorry. And then sort of split that between the next 2 episodes. But I like trying to keep these things consistent. Okay, so we're in the editor there. Where's my content browser? There it is. Okay, so we're going to open up our Wolf Anim blueprint. Okay, so we know this part just doesn't work. So we can get rid of that, get rid of our reference to the controller. That is going to break things here. So we're going to get a copy to our character, get NPC attack state, and we're going to pass that in there. We're going to hit compile, and we're going to see if this works. Move that out of the way, move that out of the way. Hit simulate. Okay, that was not working. So let's go to our code. Let's throw a breakpoint there and head back in and see what's happening. Simulate, please. Thank you. Okay, so that is returning that. Okay, so that does work. Okay, so that is working there. Where is our melee attack? So we want this one. Actually, we're going to go to our AI controller. Okay, so that is working. That's returning the attack process. Okay, we're setting it to -1. That is going to be here. Okay. Set starting attack. Okay. We're hitting that one. Okay, so for whatever reason, set starting attack, changes it to that. Is it this one here? I screwed up my animation blueprint, didn't I? That should be... I think my issue, if this is equal to 1. Let's see if that fixes it. Simulate. Yeah, there we go. Nope, and then he stays in attack mode though. Okay. Oh, I also see the other issue. Okay, so let's fix this animation blueprint. I completely screwed things up here. So set this to 0. And we have these two here. The has attacked and attacked complete. These two are missing. We need targets for those. That's the problem. So we need to add more functionality in. So TF character. Where is our header? Do we have that in here still? TF character header. Actually, I'm going to compile and save you. Yeah, you've got an error. I know. And Anim BP wolf, save selected, and we're going to close out of the editor. Okay, so we need to add 2 new functions, and that is to pass through these two, because they're being called by the Anim BP. So, easy enough. We are going to go has attacked. I hate this. This just feels dirty to me. And attack complete. This feels so janky. I do not like doing this, but I can't think of a better way of doing this because of how this is all done. Oh, why are Blueprint Anim BP's not able to access the controller? That makes no sense. Because all we have to do now is just set up these pass-throughs, which, okay, they work, but yeah, this just feels so dirty. Oh, build failed. What failed? TF character. Oh, that's because I put these as pure, not. Yeah, they can't be pure because they're a void. They don't return anything. That's my mistake there. This has got me all flustered because this makes no sense, and it just makes me feel this is some janky patch to get around a limitation of the engine. With that, I am going to do some more digging because there's obviously a reason why they don't want the Anim Blueprint to have access to the AI controller, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do some digging into that off camera because this does not sit right with me that the animation blueprint doesn't have access to the controller. But now we've got that sorted out, let's finish up our Anim blueprint and see if this actually fixes our problems. Reference to character and as attacked. Compile and save. No errors there. Okay. Let's simulate. I think that one I change it back. Yeah, change that to 0. So let's see. He's chasing. He should stop. And he is not. So maybe that should be set to 1. Okay, let's try that again. Simulate. Continue. Okay, I'm moving to. He's moving towards, but he's not attacking. Okay, so attack complete. Set should attack to false. Equal to 0. Man, this has really thrown me off. This all worked, and other than that blueprint error. Okay, so let's check this at a code level. That is our melee attack. So let's throw a breakpoint there. We're not hitting that. Are we hitting? Oh no, there we go. Set starting attack. Okay, so AI controller. Go from 0. Oh, is that my... All right, so, okay, our attack state is 0, so we're... Let AnimBP know to take over, so we succeeded there, okay. Okay, our attack state is 1, which should return success. And 1 is starting attack. Okay, so let's continue here. Drop that breakpoint. Continue, stop. Okay. Okay, so just looking at this at a code, this here, set starting attack, that's the issue. Set starting attack. What was that? I have too much stuff open here. Move to attack target, melee attack header, character. Let's just get rid of some of this stuff. I don't need all of this open. Set starting attack sets it to 1. We want to set it to 0. Yeah, okay, so let's close out of this. Everything's safe, so stop that. So we want attack completed. Okay, does that fix the issue? Yeah, that Anim blueprint stuff just really threw me off, and it's messed with everything. I don't know why it's affected me so much, because it's doesn't make sense. But okay, so for outside of melee range, say we need to chase after. I'm good with that one. Okay, we're getting our current attack state. If it is -1, which is do nothing, or 0, means we're close enough. We need to change our state. So, okay, this I'm hoping this works. Let's see now. Simulate. No. Okay, let's open up our Anim blueprint and check a few things. So simulate. Okay, we want to pause. I'm going to throw a breakpoint on that should attack, and we're going to resume. Apparently it's not working. Attack value is 2. Okay. Okay, let's set that to 1 and see what happens. Get rid of that breakpoint. Back to wolf. What is going on? Okay, I'm just going to do print string and throw that in, so we should see that change. So it's -1, it goes to 0, it goes to -1. Okay, so if the attack state is 0, it's getting set to 2, but it's not getting set back because the animation's not being played. Let's add in another print string here. And this is just printing out whether, sorry, bring this over. So I've got print string for the integer value, and then the actual, whether it's a true. So let's see. Okay, that didn't want to work, so we're going to modify that. Zero is true. Okay, so it hits true. That's what we wanted to see. Let's get rid of that print string. So it's getting set to true. So should attack is true. Sorry, I keep forgetting to pull this over. So should attack is set to true. We enter into there. If it's 0, we're going into should attack, which means we should be hitting into here, which is our attack animation. Which, let's look at bite. We want wolf bite. Has attacked, attacked complete. Okay, so we're calling has attacked, and then attacked complete at the end. So if we go back to our blueprint or event graph, so we're calling has attacked, which that should set it to 1. So let's have a look here. TF character has attacked calls con has attacked, which is our pass through. Has attacked sets it to 2. That might be why. Set starting attack. Attack complete. Do I have these backwards? Is that why this is all messed up? So that should be setting it to 1 and attack complete. No, what's setting it to 2? This worked. What did I break? Waiting for attack to complete is, yeah, starting attack, waiting for attack to complete, can attack. So, okay, so this gets set to true. We go into our transition to our attack state, which is playing our attack anim. So we look at our attack anim. We goes from 0. So has attack should go to 1. What have I messed up? Okay, I'm going to pause the video quick, and I'm actually going to look at my past recordings because I screwed something up here. Okay, so I've looked over the previous recording and it's set up pretty much exactly the same. However, I tried one thing. Has attack isn't actually needed. If I break this, hit compile, and we launch this here, you can see it's now working. That has attack was causing it to fail early. So I screwed that up, and I missed that in the last episode because, well, that whole not being able to cast to the controller was causing some other things to fail, and it was hiding this issue. So removing that has attacked. Actually, you can see here the wolf is just going ham on that deer. So chasing after him. But that has fixed the issue. So with that, I'm going to actually remove this has attacked. We're going to go into our Anim blueprint and get rid of that. So delete that, and we're going to go to our other byte, and we're going to delete that, and we're going to go notify track, and it's gone. That is what I wanted to show. If all references to a notifier are removed, it gets deleted. So we're going to save our animations here because we don't need those Anim notifies anymore. And we can actually go through, I'm going to save our attack blend space, close out of the editor here, and we can clean up that work we just did that we didn't need to do. So we can get rid of has attacked here. We can get rid of has attacked here. In our controller, we can get rid of that because we're not using it. I'm going to get rid of this there. So we have our three states, -1, 0, and 1. So I'm trying to think if there'd be a better way of doing that. We could probably just change that to 0, 1, 2, but I'm not messing with that. It's working. Then we need to go to our character because we have some functions there that are no longer valid. Because if we're going to here, has attacked, can't be called. So we're going to get rid of that. And into the header file, we can also get rid of has attacked. So I'm going to do one more build, make sure everything still works. And then next episode, because now I figured this out, next episode, we will actually start on the damage logic and getting everything in place there. So, yeah, this build is going to take a minute. So I'm going to pause things, and I'll be back once we're in the engine. All right, so we're back in the engine here. We're just going to do one quick check to make sure that everything is still functioning. You can see the wolf is running and attacking. And when the deer runs into a wall, they're still attacking. Now, obviously, right now it looks a little goofy. There's no damage being done or anything like that. So it's going to be a little bit of a tweak there. And there is one other thing, though, I just noticed that I wanted to tweak within the animation blueprint for no, that's actually right. So what it is, sorry, just because I was looking at the when the animation was stopping, and I want to move that attack complete to the very end. Save that, and we'll see if that makes a difference. Because, yeah, that looked a little weird the way things are going on there. So, all right. So we've got some basics there. We figured out what was going on. And like I said, there was the issue, there's the issue where Anim blueprints aren't able to access AI controllers or controllers in general. Doesn't work with player controller either, apparently. So with that, we are ready to move on to our damage. What we're going to be doing with that, just a quick synopsis. We are using our, save this, I'm going to open up our animation here for a second. Pause that. So we have this apply damage notification, which is basically, that is where we're going to do a check to see if we have a valid melee target. And if we do, and by valid melee target, I mean like we're impacting with something, like it hasn't bitten thin air. Because there's a lot of games, and I'm not trying to dump on them, but 7 Days to Die is a prime example of it. It's the only one I can think of because I was actually playing it last night. In that game, the zombies will swing at you, and it doesn't matter if you've stepped back. If you were close enough at the time that they started their swing, you still take damage. And I personally hate that. It's like, why am I taking damage when I stepped back and I like got away from their attack? So that's one thing I want to account for. So with that though, folks, as I said, before I get too sidetracked and go on a diatribe, I'm going to end the episode here. Next episode, we're going to actually set up the damage process of things. So as always, though, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Hop over on a Discord if you want. And with that, though, folks, thanks again, and I will see you in the next episode.